Hello friends, welcome to my channel. So in the previous lecture we've discussed about the birth of Weimar Republic, in which I've told you that how the old regime fought a war against the Allies and they finally lost the war with the entry of the US, which was helping the Allies, and how the dictate from the old regime and to how the democratic form of government was formed, and how the reaction of the people under democratic form of government, that they were not happy with the democratic form of government because the democratic form of government signed a peace treaty with the at Versailles, which hit the ego of the German. They thought that the democratic government would not sign because it is a matter of their pride, but still the government have signed a treaty, and so as I've said, it hit the ego of the people. And later how the inflation, in today's lecture we will see that how the inflation and different things made people more uh, made people more anger towards the democratic form of government. So today's aim is to discuss the effect of the war and the political radicalism and economic crisis. So the effect of the war. So the war had a psychological and a financial effect. Now this effect of the war, we are basically talking about the First World War, the First World War, which was fought, in which the whole European country basically participated. So the effect of the war on whole continent, what was there. So the war had a psychological and a financial effect on the people. As always it have, war is not at all good. So from continent of creditor, now it is important to know that from continent of creditor, Europeans were especially, they used to give credits, means they used to give loans to especially Asians who were not that rich. So from the continent of creditor, Europe turned to a debtor, means Europe was under debt. Now they have taken loans because of the war which they have fought in the First World War. For that they have taken loans from different countries, and now they have to repay the loan. So from creditor they have jumped to debtors. But unfortunately, now this we are talking about the Germany. The first 2 points we have talked about the whole continent, the whole Europe, and now we'll talk about now what was happening in Germany. Unfortunately, the Weimar Republic, as I have said, Weimar Republic was the democratic form of government. It was the democratic form of government. Have to pay for the sins of the old empire. People started blaming Weimar for all they have to suffer. Now here we have to see that people, as the Weimar Republic signed a peace treaty with France at Versailles, from that time only people were against the Weimar Republic. Now these are the things which made their anger grow more. That is, they have to pay, the Weimar Republic have to pay the loans which the old empire have taken. And how will they pay the loan? Definitely with the taxes which they collect from the people. So the taxes were increased because of the loan repayment. So this increased tax made people more angry with the democratic form of government, blaming the Weimar for all they have to suffer. Those who supported Weimar, now this is important, who all supported the Weimar. Those who all supported the Weimar were mainly socialists, the Catholics, and those who love democracy, the Democrats. Socialists, the Catholics, and the Democrats, they were basically supporting the Weimar Republic, and they became an easy target to attack because majority of the population were angry with the Weimar Republic, the democracy form of government. So these Democrats, these Catholics and Socialists, they were the easy target to attack because any attack on any three of them was considered an attack on Weimar Republic. In our country also, if any attack is on the supporter of a particular party, that attack is taken as an attack on a political party. So similarly there also, attack on these become the attack to the Weimar Republic. Basically, why the people attacked the supporter of the Weimar because they want to show their anger to the Weimar Republic that they were not at all happy with the democratic form of government. So now we'll talk about the effect of First World War. Now, what was the effect of First World War? The soldiers came to be placed above civilians. Now, all these points which I have mentioned here are very important. Soldier came to be placed above civilians. This is very important. Who came to be placed above civilians were the soldiers, because soldiers were the one who go out to fight. So definitely respect for the civilians is less as compared to the soldiers, because soldiers are fighting for their motherland. So respect for soldiers, basically their rights were increased as compared to civilians. So politicians laid great stress on the men to be aggressive and masculine. Masculine means मतलब अपना मर्दाना दिखाना. So politicians wanted the people, especially the men, to be masculine and aggressive. Now, why the politicians needed this? Because they wanted more and more men to participate in the war. Although the First World War have ended, we discussed about what was the effect of First World War. So definitely the World War have ended, but still the politician, for their benefit, they wanted more and more men to be aggressive, more and more men to be participating in the army or the defense. So the media glorified the trench life. Trench life is means, I will show you the trench life. This is a trench life. We can see now trenches are the path which are made by the army in which they can hide. We can see these are the trenches. This you have seen in border movie also, like this is a small pathway where they can hide from the enemy, especially means they dug out the earth and create a special base for them where they can, the soldiers, they can hide themselves from the enemy, and from here also they can, shoot the enemies. You have seen in the border film, here also they can fight a war also. So this is what the trench life look like. We can see this is a happy trench life. You can see how the hand of this soldier was broken. This also you can see. So media can do anything, now also and then also. So the media glorified the trench life, but the truth was that the soldiers lived a miserable life. As I've made you saw this, you can see, is this a happy is this a happy life to live? And the government want more and more people to participate in this. But the truth was that the soldier lived a miserable lives. This was the reality, that they lived in the miserable life in these trenches. Basically in the trenches only, as I've said, they used to hide from the enemies. They even faced poisonous gases and enemy shelling. Enemy shelling means the artillery attacks which the enemy have done this. So they even have to face the poisonous gases and the enemy shelling. You can see they were not even allowed to breathe because poisonous gases were surrounding them. People started shifting towards the idea of dictatorship. Now, as I have made you so that the majority of the people were against the Weimar Republic, as they used to attack the socialists, the Catholics, and the Democrats, those who supported the Weimar Republic. And in the next slide, I will show you how this dictatorship became a pathway, an easy pathway for Hitler to rule out democracy from Germany. So political radicalization. Now radicalization means to basically to brainwash the people, to shift the idea of the people towards protesting or towards terrorism activities. We can say radicalization means the mind of the people is washed and they are taught to or they are made to believe that violence is the way to achieve anything. I can show you the picture also. This is a radicalization. You can see the people are protesting, violent activities going around us. We can see, all these, they have hide their faces. They are going to do something violent, which is, against human rights. So radicalization means making people believe in violence. In simple word, we can say that. So the political atmosphere in Berlin was charged with the Soviet-style government. Soviet-style government, we will see in the Bolshevik Revolution. What is Soviet-style governments? Those who opposed this were the mainly the supporter of the Weimar. Now, all those who supported what? Those who supported the Soviet-style governance. Those who opposed the Soviet-style governance were the supporter of the Weimar. Means they were the Democrats, the Catholics, and the Socialists. They opposed the Weimar. They opposed the Soviet-style governance. So the Weimar crushed this support by organization called Free Corps. This is important. How the Weimar, that is the democratic form of government, how they crushed this uprising for the Soviet-style governance. How they crushed the Soviet-style governance by an organization called Free Corps. Now, Free Corps I can show you. So these are the Free Corps. These are the specially made organization. Like in our country, we are having like Delhi police, especially made for the violence activities which take place in Delhi, or the security of the Delhi. So these are the organization which are made for a particular purpose, for stop the uprising of the Soviet style governance. So especially for that, they have made a organization called Free Corps. The angry Spartists and later formed the Communist Party of Germany. Now, Spartists mean all those who were, in simply you can understand, Spartists means all those who were against the Weimar Republic. The majority of them were against the Weimar Republic, as we all know. So the majority of the people, they finally formed a party called Communist Party. So the communist and the socialist who were supporting the democracy form of government, hence became enemy, which always does. Now, economic crisis. It is very, after political radicalization, economic crisis is there. Now, it is very important topic, and I have made a separate video called hyperinflation. On that you can search on YouTube, Voice of Democracy, hyperinflation, and you can see that video and you will understand more, and a better understanding you can get from there. Because all this, you can see the word hyperinflation there. Hyperinflation is the main theme around this economic crisis. So political radicalization was heightened by the economic crisis. Now, as I've said, I will show you in the earlier, I will show you in the slides. This economic crisis also made people believe that the Weimar Republic is responsible for all those crises. So political radicalization was heightened by economic crisis in 1923. Radicalization, as I have told you, making people believe in violence. Germany fought war mainly on loan. Now, they fought war, was the First World War which they fought. So the old empire, that is the old empire, fought World War I on loan. So the gold reserves were depleted. So all their gold reserve was depleted in the First World War. They lost the majority of their gold reserves. In 1923, Germany refused to pay the loans. So France occupied its industrial area in coal mines. So we can see the employment of the people, Germany, those who were indulged in the industrial sector, their job was taken because France have occupied its industrial area. Basically, the industrial area is Ria. So to counter this, Germany started to print paper money. Now, this is the wrong step which was taken by the Weimar Republic. They started to print more money. They started to print more paper money above need. Now, money was printed above need. I have told you in the hyperinflation video. You can watch that video and you will get a better understanding about hyperinflation and why the more printing money could be dangerous. With too much printed money, Germany mark fell. Basically, the Germany currency fell. So on comparison, in April, the US dollar was equal to 24,000 Germany mark. You can see how much this difference is. You know, one US dollar is equal to 24,000 mark. So you can see how much difference is there. So the crisis was later called as hyperinflation, and I'm again telling you can watch this on my YouTube channel. You can type hyperinflation voice of democracy and watch that video, so that you can get a better understanding of economic crisis, because especially seeing Germany only I have made that video. So dictatorship, now this word you will be seeing a lot of time in this chapter, dictatorship. Now what is dictatorship if someone is not knowing? So dictatorship is the opposite of democracy, first of all. So dictatorship is defined as an autocratic form of government in which the government is ruled by an individual or dictator. Basically, dictatorship is defined as a government in which an individual person rule the government. One of the biggest example is Hitler. And these are some of the people, those who are not that much, but still dictatorship is there in our globe. You can see country like North Korea, Sudan, Malaysia. These countries are having dictatorship. Myanmar, the recent. So these countries are facing dictatorship, and it is not at all good. We can also define dictatorship as the rule by one people, which is belonging to mainly army. The military rule, we can say dictatorship also, because till now in the history, mostly in dictatorship, military rule is seen. In Pakistan also, General Parvez Musharraf was there. At that time also dictatorship was there. Now this is all the money. You can see how much money is there. This printing this, this silly fellow is counting the money as if this is going to be very beneficial. So you can see how much money is there. You just count it is so much money is there, so much money, which is above need, and all this have contributed in falling of the Germany currency. So this is all in the video. Thank you for watching.